Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Hitchhiker's Guide to Ethical Non-Monogamy. I am your host, Ike, here on certain other circles, and I would like to welcome you back on this journey that we're having. Sorry it's been a while, but I've been telling y'all, ADHD been kicking my ass, work's been kicking my ass, because, new job, traveling. It's just been a very busy, month. And things are slowly calming down. Now I just got obligations 1 weekend out of the month, so almost smooth sailings, Last week, let's go ahead and get into what I've been up to. So last weekend I went to BlurredCon. This was the weekend of July 7th to the 9th. I had a great time. Shout out to a friend of mine, Kiki. She asked me earlier in the year if I would join her on a panel because she wanted to talk about polyamory. The panel was called Polysexy Cool. A friend of mine recorded it, so it's on Instagram. And we were at BlurredCon just talking about the intersection of how, blurs, black nerds, and how, why is so many us black nerdy kids that's into kink, that's into non-monogamy, that's into things that are other compared to what's this status quo. And so it was me, her, and Sade. I suck at names. But it was a really good time. Got to dress up because I love me a good theme. I love dressing up. So me and my anchor partner went as Inuyasha and Kagome. And apparently we were the only ones at the whole con. So a lot of people stopped us to take pictures, which was cool. I get dressed up. I feel people asking me to take a picture is me, that's an acknowledgement, yo, you killed it. So it was just a great time. Got me a new Naruto bonnet because these locks won't stay moisturized by themselves when I go to sleep. And an overall just great time. Might end up doing another panel next year. Apparently the theme is Summer Madness, and I really don't get it. I'm thinking, is it scary movies? Are we just gonna play Cool in the Game song over and over? My girl got Summertime Sadness stuck in her head. Don't know what the theme is, but I already have an idea of what the look I'm going to rock. I'm going to try to have multiple cosplays next year. So I plan on having a good time. I kind of want to do the panel again. And I also want to do a panel on Kink 101 because, no offense to the people that had a panel called Kink 101, but they didn't really get into the 101s in the time they had allotted. So I kind of want to see if I can do a better job. Maybe that's just my ADHD being impulsive. We'll see if I stick my guns. Most likely will nudge Kiki to help me out with that if I do move forward with that. But BlurredCon was a great time. It was great discussing non-monogamy with people. And we actually had a solid crowd, almost a full room, which I'm I got some imposter syndrome in me. I really do. So I'm over here look, if we could just get one person, I would be satisfied. And we had a whole room. So that was a really good feeling. Beyond that, we'll be moving in August. So just trying to make sure I get the money and that together. Just got a refill of my Vyvanse after a long year of not using it. And the Vyvanse is the reason why I'm recording right now. I'll just be honest and be real, because what some people don't understand when it comes to people with ADHD, the point of the drugs is not simply to make us a robot and just do tasks that we think to do. It's kind of putting in a bigger battery. The previous prescription I had was a 30 milligram of Vyvanse, and it was enough to start, but it tinkered off. It's putting in a small battery in a big truck. It might get the car going once or twice, but at some point it's not going to be able to hold up. So with this prescription I got, it helps me actually start the engine, because there's a lot of things I want to do. It's just hard to get that giddy up. So that's the big thing when it comes to ADHD. But this is ADHD talk. This is Hitchhiker's Guide to Ethical Non-Monogamy. And today, I actually have a list of quite a few topics I want to talk about. But today, let's have a little fun. Let's make this a little light, because this upcoming weekend. So yes, last weekend I was at BlurredCon in DC, it was something like my lady, she really wanted to go. I really wanted to go. Almost didn't make it because flights are expensive, but I'll just go ahead and pick up some extra delivery jobs. That's going to be the plan. Like, that's what we're going to do. But as far as what I'm doing right here, you know, I'm going to Hedonism this weekend. Yes, that Hedonism. Hedonism 2 in Jamaica. Yes, that's where I'm going. This will be my third time going. And I kind of want to talk about it. I kind of want to get, because some people see hedonism as like the mecca for swingers or people into lifestyle and things of that nature. For me, it was just something I think I came across on like an HBO or something like that. I was like, oh, I wanted to go there. And then honestly, a whole snowball effect happened where I started listening to his podcast, Horrible Decisions. And it was like right around the time they had the hedonism episode. And then like at the end of the episode, they had an interview with one of the organizers, and they happened to be from Dallas. So my high IQ brain went to research mode, like, all right, who's this? Cool. Type, look, found out who the person was, even found their website. But unfortunately, they were sold out on everything. But they did have an event for the main organizer's birthday. Cool. Head to Dallas. Hey, what's going on? Name's Ike. Well, what's all you doing? Like, oh man, it's already sold out. But I figured let me at least come kick it with the people that organized to see if it would be a good time. I had a ball that night. At his birthday, I did get lost. I don't even know how the hell I got home or to the hotel. So kids, do not drink and drive. This was about 5 years ago. I was still in my 20s, so you still do dumb shit in your 20s. I got to meet them, and he introduced me to someone by the name of Bambi, who has her own travel group, Exclusive Playmates, who also had a trip going to hedonism that year. And I'm like, well, cool. Let me get to know her. She was cool as hell. We exchanged info, so I was able to get the details, see how it all goes, and end up like coordinating and paying for the trip with her. And then the vid happened. Rona made a call, and the world shut down. Everything was stopped. There was no trip happening in 2020. So fortunately, because even that hotel's not about to burn money, so they were like, we'll just push it to the next following year, because it was either going to be like a full refund or they just hold the funds and push it to next year, which thankfully they did. And of course, between that time, I met my lovely anchor partner, and thankfully, I already said off the bat, non-monogamy. That's how I'm rolling. Like the previous year in 2019 was a failed relationship, as discussed in a previous episode of this podcast. And yeah, off the bat, non-monogamy. I do like taking trips with myself. I do want a partner where we can actually take trips together. Things like that. Like, I want to play together. I want to play separate. Like, things were established early. And I even told her, I have this trip. I don't know if it's going to happen, but yeah, I will go to Jamaica for like 5 days. And it was a mix of, she was cool with it, but also not cool, because she loved your boy and she misses your boy, and it's sweet. But I was doing I was out with the ratchets. I ain't gonna lie, it was a ball. I was having a great time over there. Like, they created an award for me, MVP. That's what Exclusive Playmates did. I was doing the most. And it wasn't like I was doing the most, like, trip and fall. No, I was just having fun. I was making sure everyone had fun. And they created a whole MVP award because of my behavior. Like, one sec. See, the podcast people might not see this, but on the YouTube, see, it's collecting dust. Bam. Do I do that trick? There we go. See? MVP. Let me go ahead and put this right over here, But no, I had a great ass time. And then the following year, I went with the same group, and I brought my anchor partner along, and we had a solid time. It wasn't a great ass time. Why? Because I didn't have the tips or tricks that I'm going to give today. Because night one, I made all the errors. Before the flight, only got like 3 hours of sleep. When we got there, started drinking. Got on the we bought like a bottle of 100 proof Jack in Miami because duty free. Drank on the bus too because it's like an hour and a half from the airport. So it does take time to get there. Drank on the bus. I did take like a little nap on the bus, but drank on the bus. Got to the hotel. Did not even take a nap. What did I do? I changed. I went walking around, went to go meet people, drink some more. And after we did our like meet and greet, because you have to show wow, I was the MVP, so I couldn't be missing. Then we ran into this lovely couple. Like they are cool as hell. Fucks with them. They got the room with the jacuzzi, and they were like, "Hey, come in with us." So me and my lady went over with them, and fatal flaw is I started smoking the hookah. It was CBD hookah. What does CBD do? It calms you down. After drinks also calms you down. And then this is where I call the fatal flaw. All my people know me and weed don't mix because weed puts me to sleep. Like shrooms have me like feel my body. Alcohol slows me down. Weed has me listen to my body in a way that I don't listen to it sober. I sleep. And I took a couple hits of the weed they got and then tried to go about my night. Went to the bar at the nude side of the pool, got one more drink, and it was the wrap. And apparently I hurt my foot somehow. I guess I fell. My homeboy Mingo, he helped me to my room. I got cool with him last year. There was a wild MFM that happened with me and him, but that might be a story for another time, maybe in the Big Letter Little Letter podcast. But yeah, I think I might have like bruised a bone in my foot because I was limping the entire time. Like it took a good like 4, 5, 6 months before like my foot felt normal again. So again, it was a okay time. It was good. Like we kind of connected with the worst behavior tour, so it was blackety black when we were there. It was a great time. I'm just upset I hurt my foot, but even though I hurt my foot, I made it work. Like work. That's all I gotta say about that. Now, this year I'll be going solo. Like my lady has accepted that she is an every other year girly. Like she's not someone that wants to go to hedonism every year. I personally do, mainly because it's an all-inclusive resort where I could get to lay down naked on a beach and just chill. Like it's not even about the sex. It's not even about well, the alcohol helps, but I get to just chill and not worry about a thing in this nice weather island for like 5 days. And that is a great feeling. And I enjoy that. And I get to be around cool people that are like minded and just want to have a good time from all the stresses that we gotta go through in the day to day. And that's how I'm going again this year. I go in a few days. I have yet to pack. I'm a last minute packer. I mean, it's a nude resort. All I gotta do is make sure I have underwear for the airport and underwear back. But I promised a couple people some impact scenes, so I gotta make sure I pack properly. Um, but yeah, like I went all into this whole little run. I'm gonna go ahead and just take a quick break, and then I do want to get into some tips, some tricks, and some do's or don'ts for those that are interested in going to hedonism. I'll be right back. All right, now we're back. And we're going to go ahead and talk about some tip, tricks, do's, and don'ts that I have personally came up with from personal experience. Now, tip number one that I got to give is travel with a group, be it a group of your friends or, just people you know with or a travel group, because during the off seasons for the resort, it's pretty bare. You got like minimal people there, and it's typically retirees that are just staying there. So you'll just be there by yourself. So if you're looking into getting wicked for the week, it won't be that kind of week. Like you might be lucky and find like a couple or two that you vibe with, but it still is a bit limiting. So if you're looking to be around more people, especially melanated people, because We out here, but we don't let it be known that we out here. Join the travel group. That's the best route. That's what I did. There's like so many different groups. Like the one I'm going with, Sony Groups Tour. I've been with Exclusive Playmates. I kicked it with the Worst Behavior Tour, and they be going all over the place. Like they're going to Tokyo soon, which is dope as fuck. I think we ran into Grown and Sexy a couple years ago. Like there are various groups that orchestrate these trips to hedonism. It's normally a good time because you don't have to worry about doing excess planning. All you gotta worry about for yourself is your flight to and from Jamaica. Beyond that, these groups typically take care of transport to the resort. They take care of various activities that you can do, like themed nights and things to that effect. And they also assist you with the payment plan in order to like book the resort. And they, what typically the resorts do is give them a block of rooms to sell, and that's normally you could pick from what's available. And even if you are on the shy side of things, they have a whole side of the resort known as the prude side, which is honestly it's just clothing optional. So you can be naked or not naked on that side of the island. So that's just what that entails. And they have those options. They have ocean view options. Just you have different rooms to choose from when it comes to joining one of these groups. Tip number 2 I give: get traveler's insurance. Get traveler's insurance, not only because of maybe a lost bag or a missed flight and you have to get another one. No, get traveler's insurance because these trips for the organizers are made almost a year in advance. Like they have to coordinate with hedonism in order to get that block of rooms. And because of that, they cannot afford to have someone just flake and drop out. So typically, the refund window is a very short window. It could be 2 weeks, it could be a month. But if you are 4 or 5 months in, they let you know that there is no refund. And the only way you can get that money back is with your traveler's insurance. I would also say after you book your flight, as soon as you can, because typically when it first comes up, it'll be a lot cheaper than trying to wait it out. Once you book your flight, check out Club Mobe. It's kind of a lounge within the airport where you can, like, once you land, you get to chill and relax until your bus arrives. And it's only because it does get a little hot. I mean, it's Jamaica. They're not about to have the AC blowing, wasting electricity all through the airport at all times. So it's just a great option. They'll have someone waiting for you once you land to escort you to the location where you can just sip a little something and just relax. Let's see what else we have here. Oh, if you do not wish to be tied to a group and still want to have fun with more people at the resort, I would advise looking to booking for like yourself to match the dates with a group that would be attending. So say for instance you do want to go with a group of friends, but you want more people than your friends just there, then yeah, just go ahead, book with your friends at the same time window that these people are going. Now, you won't be able to partake in their festivities, like they might have a theme night, they might give prizes and things to that effect, but you can still at least kick it with some dope people. Like you'll kick it with more people than just an empty resort. I also recommend, look, Off is a good brand, keep the bugs off, but Skin So Soft be coming in so clutch because you, for one reason or another, it works against the mosquitoes over there. It works against the sand mites. So Skin So Soft, solid choice. Another tip is if you tend to play or hook up with someone, it's advisory that you bring your own supplies. So condom, lube, toy, etc. Now, they do have condoms on the resort, but it's not the most premium brand. You might not have a lube that works with you. You might have a latex allergy, and now you're SOL because you didn't bring those skin condoms. So make sure you bring your own item so that way you can play the way you want to play. And the nude side is really the nude side. So outside of walking to your room to like go to sleep or something, or just walking by, you're expected to be nude. So if you walk to the pool and you stop at the pool, you will have the security there tell you, yo, you gotta strip. And now I get it. Some people might be offended, like, oh, why I gotta do this? Why I gotta do that? The reason why is the point is to set the vibe, to keep people comfortable, because it's awkward when everyone's naked and you have one person with clothes on. So that's why they purposely made it where if you're coming to this side, they let it be known, yo, this is the nude side. Now, I'm gonna like the tip here is you can wrap yourself in a towel. If you are that self-conscious after seeing all those body shapes, you can use a towel to kind of throw over you and kind of cover up if you feel that a bit insecure. Or you just really don't want clothes off, then yeah, take your clothes off, grab a towel, you'll be fine. Now, let's go ahead and get into a few of these tricks here. Now, this is honestly a tip. I should switch tricks and tips, but you get what I'm saying. Tips, tricks, do's and don'ts. All right, now, with every 2 drinks that you take, make sure you have a glass of water. I say this because it's very easy to get caught up in everything and forget to hydrate. So be sure you pace yourself, because we all believe the myth. Oh man, they just watered down all the liquor. Like, no. You're drinking a lot because you're on vacation and you're getting a little too turned and don't realize how much you're drinking. So always keep the count. All right, I had two rum and tings. Cool. Let me go ahead and have a glass of water. Let me rehydrate. Also have a travel bottle. Like with the groups I've been on, they give you a water bottle to use. It's good to have so you can fill it up, keep it in your room overnight. They do have water stations where you can fill up. It's best to have that water handy, especially after you go to sleep, so you can wake up and like refresh yourself, because you don't want to be all like tired and groggy trying to hunt for some water because you got a dry mouth. Now, another trick, be mindful of the people selling herbal items on the beach. You have no clue what's in it, so it's best not to risk it. There's this dispensary on site called Hedonism. I've heard some people complain about the quality, like it's not the best, it's not the strongest. But my thing is, at least you know where it comes from. Like if you smoke Hedo and all of a sudden you are tripping balls, you know where to go and say, hey, I bought this from this location and I am tripping balls. What the fuck? Versus some guy on the beach that you might never ever see again. Also on the beach, if you are lucky, you will come across this guy known as the Lobster Man. He catches fresh seafood and he will cook it for you. So I advise making sure you have some cash on you, because it's delicious. He knows what he's doing. Like it's okay, another trick. So one of the things that kind of is like hedonism itself is the red light in the bathroom. So if the red light works, make sure you take a picture to commemorate the trip. I would say if you got like a tripod that you can use, take a self picture, because it's just nice to have, especially if you have like a FetLife. Just go ahead and splash it on there so people know you made the trip. And also at night, here's another trick. At night, on the nude side of the pool, music is normally not allowed, but normally they're cool with it as long as you like keep it low. Like they're pretty chill about it. But if you just get obnoxiously with loud music, they might have to like be like, yo, you gotta cut it off. All right, and we're gonna finish this episode with do's and don'ts. Now, always seek enthusiastic consent from someone you're interested in connecting with. Point blank period. Enthusiastic consent. It's very important. No one's trying to end up in a Jamaican prison where you're stuck until God knows when. Don't assume drunk consent is actual consent, because drunk consent is not consent. Like, yes, both y'all can be drunk. If it gets a little tricky at this point, because if the vibes were the vibes, sure, but it's better to be cautious. It's better to be safe. That's just all I can say. Because again, I don't want to end up in a Jamaican prison. That's all I know. Like, I am not trying to be that person. Do talk and interact with people. Like, it's supposed to be a fun trip. It's not just simply, here's my dick, come suck it. No, these are humans interacting with humans, having fun with humans. So treat motherfuckers like they're humans. Capiche? Don't attempt to pester or coerce someone into giving you some time. Like, don't be over here hovering over someone just because you thought you felt something. Like, there are hundreds of people. Or tens of people. Well, our group has like 120. It's going to be like apparently 3 groups at the same time. But there are hundreds of people. You can go ahead and talk to someone else. Change up your style. Maybe you're too strong. Maybe you're too abrasive. Or maybe you're just faking and not being yourself. Just be yourself. If you are as honestly, you just have to be a decent human. So don't try to do the whole, hey, what about now? What about now? You down to play now? Can I get you busy? Can I be like, no, chill. This is supposed to be a vacation and fun for everybody. No one wants to, you don't want to be the person that everyone looks at saying, oh, yeah, we don't, he's that guy. Don't even talk to him. Like, you will be a pariah and you will not have fun. Do reach out to security if you're having issues at any time. Reach out to security. They are there for a reason. Don't do the whole, oh, I'm gonna be silent so I can just get by. Oh, I'm gonna suffer in silence. Or not even security. If you're with a group, talk to the host. Because the one thing that hosts hate the most, be it play parties, be it trips or everything, is that people will suffer in silence and then complain about the trip on social media and not even bring it up to the host for them to correct it. It'll be one thing if you brought it to the host's attention and they did nothing. It's a whole nother monster where you just kept quiet the whole time and they could have literally had your back. You might have actually saved someone else from hassle if you just spoke up. So again, don't be silent and hope the problem will go away. That's not going to work. Like, again, those coercing people, those are the motherfuckers that say good morning every day for a year until you say stop it. So again, do not be silent. Talk to someone, get help, because this is your vacation too. You're supposed to be having fun. Do tip the workers. They are doing their best. This is Jamaica, and these people are working around a bunch of drunk, naked people that are fucking everywhere, and they gotta clean that up. They gotta cook the food. They gotta make your drinks. Sometimes they gotta take abuse because someone doesn't handle liquor. Like, tip your people. You can either bring cash, they take it. You can bring U.S. cash. You can convert your cash to Jamaican dollars. Just tip them. Like, it makes them first off feel appreciated, because again, America's weird. We're a country that tips. That's weird. It honestly is a weird trait to everyone else in the world, because everyone else pays a reasonable wage. But these people truly appreciate it. So, just slide a couple dollars. Shout out to my girl Pauletta. Don't assume a flirtatious worker is trying to smash. I mean, they might be, but let them make the first move so you aren't kicked out of the resort. So if they're the ones that grabbing, they're pulling you into a certain location where, just be safe, wrap it up, and just don't try to force something to happen that might not even be there. And lastly, do take it easy and have fun. The theme is be wicked for a week. Wicked in the most endearing way ever. Just go, have fun, take pictures at the wall, just be free and enjoy yourself. It's a nice time, especially if you go with some good people. All right, so that's going to be today's episode. I might record one more that'll be released while I'm in Jamaica. So maybe by the end of the week, so that way I could try to get this consistency going, because I got my Vyvanse back. Productivity is going to happen at the rate of me. All right, so travelers, be sure to follow Hitchhiker's Guide to Ethical Non-Monogamy on Instagram and Twitter. I am Hitchhiking to ENM on Twitter. Trying to do a little bit more as far as posting and sharing my thoughts, because according to the feedback I got from that panel, I actually know a thing or two, which feels good. Though Twitter is a garbage fire, so maybe Threads, who knows? We'll see. We'll figure it out. Also check out my other podcast, Big Letter Little Letter podcast with my host Jam. She's just doing some moving stuff, so I'm gonna get another episode out on there soon where we talk about BDSM, kink, and anything in between. And you can follow me at Big Letter Little Letter for that one on Instagram, or Hedonistic Dom if you want to go ahead and follow my shenanigans. That's where I'll be posting my hedonism details. But as far as today's episode, I thank you for tuning in. And just make sure you look both ways before you cross these non-monogamous streets. And I'll see y'all later. Bye.